for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
Was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahawadah's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed 5 for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murder?
Hey, Shalom, Ms. World. We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahawadah. And this is the ISUPK Orlando Saturday class. I want to say Yahawadah Shem Yashabrakathum to the brothers, Yahweh Shema Alatah by Shem Yahweh to the sisters. We're going to rock it out, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Shalom, everybody that's in the chat. Sister Shayurah, everybody that's online, man. Hope everybody doing well. Everybody's, you know what I'm saying, is I hope every spirit is up. You know what I mean? I know it's hard times since the oppressor know that you only have a short time. and he's turning it up on us. So you make sure, man, just like you feed your belly, you feed your spirit. You know what I mean? Get your spirit strong to endure like everything that's going to happen to everything that they're trying to do to the Lord's chosen 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? I am priest and officer of 500 Chaanak, Yahawadah, and we're going to rock out, man. We're going to get it in, man. So if anybody's in the Orlando area, we're at 101 East Central Boulevard on the 4th floor, room 421. Anybody that's in the area, you're welcome to join. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? You're just gonna rock it out like that. Like I said, if you're in the surrounding area, we're at 101 East Central Boulevard, the downtown library on the 4th floor, room 421. Let's get it cracking. Got any questions, bro? So, what's been going on, man? What's been going on with everybody? What's been going on in the world? Anything exciting or interested? Anybody want to bring up? Anybody want to, you know what I'm saying, touch on? If you got any questions, put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, obstacles up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else. The titles of today's class is Are Black Communities Being Targeted? Is Trump deploying, you know, the National Guard only to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans communities? Or is he trying to do a worldwide cleanup in the United States? Is he trying to, you know what I'm saying, make America great again in his own kind of way? Like the way that he feel like America is great is when Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are under heel or in slavery or under the thumb. Back in those fields and those, you know what I'm saying, cotton fields and sugarcane fields and picking fruits and vegetables for little or nothing. So they feel like the only way they can be great is when we are diminished as a people. When we at a lower state to where we have to live and abide by everything that they say, which is back in slavery time. You know what I mean? So that's when they feel like America was great. And so as you see on the news, that he's sending the National Guard into places that are predominantly Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're trying to say he's targeting the Democrats, and you know what I'm saying, he's sending them into all the Democrat states and stuff like that. But majority of Democrats are Blacks and Hispanics. So that's their way of trying to clean it up. Me personally, I feel like he's deploying these people in the cities of his enemies. Like Donald Trump considered Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans his enemies. And if you don't know that by now, you got a rude awakening when they say when the crap hit the fan. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, how do we know that this is what his agenda is with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? How can we put this side by side with the scriptures that foretold us that, yo, this is what's going to happen in the last days? This is how you know that you're in the last days when these things start happening. You know what I mean? Like, if you follow the scriptures along with what's going on in the world today, you'll know that the time is nigh that Yahawadah King, who the word intimately calls Jesus Christ, is on his way. World War III been kicked off. You know what I mean? And nations are joining nations. Every man returning to his own nation. The children of Israel is and such. Like the things that we going through, man, is just unbelievable. You wouldn't believe that it would have been happening like this 20 years ago, even though they never stopped. Like, you hearing young black men being lynched in 2025. You hearing women, not you seeing men and women being unalive on national TV. Like, none of this was going on. Like, the persecution of the children of Israel is at an all-time high. And there's a couple of scriptures I want to get on, you know what I'm saying, just knowing that the Lord's, his words are not in vain. You know what I'm saying? That being that we're still the Lord's chosen people and we're still under these curses, like, it's just, you know what I'm saying, preparing you to get yourself together. And that like just horrific. So I want to get Deuteronomy 28 and start at 49. I mean 48. What's up, young man Fred? Young man Fred, you got any questions? Before we get into it. If you have it, if you got it, you can start at 48.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord said we serving our enemies, not our friends, not our co-workers, not nobody, not none of that friendly crap you try to label your oppressor as. Lord says we're going to serve our enemies. And it's not just the oppressor, it's the Chinese man, the African man, the East Indian. Like, all these people are over us. So we are serving them in this captivity. Like, no matter how you try to bring them and make them equal to a servant, ain't equal to a master. One is serving and one is giving the orders. So the Lord said we're gonna serve our enemies. Go ahead.
Against thee in hunger.
And in hunger, everything we want to eat, everything we need to buy for food. Some places you can't even grow your food in your yard because they got HOA, homeowners association. You know what I'm saying? That you can't do certain things. You can't even collect rainwater. Something that's natural and pure. You can't even do that. That's crazy. Keep going.
And in thirst and in nakedness. And in want of all things.
And want everything that we need, we got to go to our oppressor, our enemies, to get approved. If you want to build anything, you got to go to them to get approved. If you want to buy a new house, you got to go to them to get approved. If you want to own some land, you got to go to them to get approved. Anything that we want, if it comes from food and clothing, a place to live, whatever we need, we got to go to our enemies, our oppressor, for their say so. Keep going.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
And he gonna put a yoke of iron on your neck. In slavery, we had yokes of iron on our necks. Nowadays, that iron is still on your neck, but it ain't visible. It's in it's on your mind. He put a yoke of iron on your mind so that you will continue to think and act like a slave. But Christ said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Free from all of it. Free from your oppressor's way of life. Free from doing the things that your oppressor have taught you to do to destroy yourself and your nation. All of that. This is what this is talking about. So you are destroyed. We are a destroyed people. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we come from. We don't know what we're supposed to be doing, what we're supposed to be eating and dressing, how we're supposed to dress, how even furthermore, how we're supposed to treat each other. We don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? And so we are destroyed as a nation. You know what I mean? Every other nation that's around about us know where they come from, know who they are. They can go back to their homeland. Where can Blacks, Hispanics go? We can't go nowhere. Because at first, you got to know where you're going to go anywhere. Read verse 49.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly.
Right. So when our ancestors was living in this land before Christopher Columbus came and lied and said he discovered a place where our people had been for 1,000 years, they came from afar. You know what I'm saying? As the eagle came, flyeth, that's how fast they came up upon us. Came up upon the northern kingdom that was already here. Our Taino brothers and our Boricuas and our Iroquois and our Seminole brothers, which are Reuben and Gad, you know what I'm saying? All the other tribes that was here, Ephraim and Simeon and Levi, Benjamin, you know what I'm saying? Issachar, people that was dwelling over here in this land. How do you think they found us? They just didn't come and stumble upon the people that was living over here. They knew where we were because what? They read our scriptures. They read our records. Over here, this book right here. The Apocrypha, which is the part of the 1611 King James version of the Bible. They read our records. That's how they found where we were. You know what I'm saying? That's how they found out that the children of Israel was dwelling in the land where nobody dwelt before. They even had a Hebrew translator that spoke Hebrew. That's how they communicated. Now tell me how in their record of history, how can they communicate with somebody that they don't even understand the language? You know what I mean? They'll be there all day. Just say like me and you spoke two different languages. I never encountered somebody like you before. You never encountered me. How can we communicate? You can't communicate. well, nobody will be able to understand what each other's saying. So you got to have a translator, somebody that knows the culture, somebody that knows, like, you know what I'm saying, to mediate between the two parties. You mean to tell me Christopher Columbus understood what those so-called Taínos were saying? Lie. He knew who he was going for. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not understand a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Right. It says a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Like they were speaking Spanish and English, which we were still speaking in our native tongue, which is Hebrew. We didn't understand them. They didn't understand us. The scriptures, the records tell you. Read verse 50.
A nation of fierce continuance, continents, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
Your president has a fierce countenance, meaning he deadly with it. It's fierce. Like when he get angry and he wants to do harm to one of the 12 sons of Israel, the nation of Israel, it's fierce. He go all the way out with it. And he don't care about if you old or young. All he knows is to create havoc, dismay, and devastation towards the nation of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He don't care how he gonna get it done. That's just how he feeling that day, and that's what's gonna happen. And that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing right now live. Not just on TV, you're seeing it live. You see what's going on? How police officers are abusing their authority. If they wake up in the morning like, you know what, man, I feel like killing me a nigga today. They can do it without no retribution, like without no consequences. Because they have a person with a fierce conscience leading them. Their king, Donald Trump, is an openly racist. He ain't hiding no more, so they following suit. They ain't gotta hide that they hate Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans no more. How they used to do. They showing you. And they don't care if you old or if you young. That lady that called the little boy nigga on the playground got $1 million in GoFundMe. $1 million just for calling a little black boy a nigga. They trying to let one of the officers that killed what was that? They done killed so many of our brothers so wrong that I can't even think of the brother I'm thinking about.
Right.
Go ahead.
So you talking about the young child who was playing on the playground with the toy gun and they killed him?
No, not that one. I think it was it George Floyd? I think one of the officers, I think if I'm mistaken, somebody correct me and put it in the chat. That too, you know what I'm saying? Like when it says that they should have is, you know, they don't care about the younger. That's a prime example. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking about one of the, I don't know if it's one of the other brothers that they killed, that one officer killed. They trying to pardon him. Like Trump trying to get him out of prison.
So many.
There's so many. You know what I mean? So that's what our records is telling us. And this is like prophecy that Moses told the children of Israel what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't follow commandments, what's going to go down in the last days? And we live in it. And you know what I'm saying? How you know that we the children of Israel? Because verse 46 says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Meaning everything that we're going against, I mean, everything that we're going through, everything that you see the children of Israel dealing with, that's how you know that they are the children of Israel. Because every nation ain't going through this.
You know,
Tell me when you have, they say that the Arabs attacked America and bombed the Twin Towers. Failed. Do you see Arabs being hung to this day? Do you see them being shot down in the streets? We ain't bombed nobody. We don't go around committing mass shootings on churches and elementary schools. Why are we being wrongfully and unjustly persecuted and, you know what I'm saying, unalive with no remorse? That's crazy. So that one I wanted to bring out. Let me get this is the plan that they came up with. Sister Shira says Arabs are about to get a military in Iowa. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. And they down there don't even want to let black people have, you know, firearms. But they're giving these people who they say attacked 9/11 a military. Good night. And these are the things. This is the thing too. Don't think that these other nations are not in cahoots with each other. They teaming up. They working together. They've been working together for forever. They know to work together against you because they know that if they keep you at a certain state, they'll reign over us. That's one thing that they know. Once they keep you from serving your God, they know that they got you in their clutches. It's a scripture that say that. Damn. It's a scripture. If anybody know this scripture that says that when the children of Israel serve their God, he fight for them, but when he don't, he is against them. Can anybody find that? Anybody Google that? Google that scripture. Oh, I can't think of that scripture. Anyway, it's a scripture that says that when we don't follow the Most High, we're vulnerable to every other nation to rule over us, to take over us. You know what I'm saying? I need that scripture, man. Are you on the live?
Mhm.
You got Google, right? Can you Google something for me real quick? I want to find that scripture.
something better.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, if anybody can find that scripture too, because this is prove exactly what this is going to lead up to the next scripture I wanted to bring out, and it all go hand in hand because this is their whole ideal of ruling over the Lord's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? This is their.
So which one?
You on Google?
Mm.
Google. What it said? When the children of Israel serve their God, he fights for them. KJV. Put KJV at the end because then it'll be fine. And this is also what like lets you know like how you identify your enemies. How you know that you're being targeted as not because of you're a black man or a Hispanic man or a Native American man, only because you're the chosen seed of the Most High. He fights for them. You know what I'm saying? Let you know that the world hates you because of who you are, not your skin color, because of your bloodline. You know what I mean? And you would think that, they just hate black people. But why they ain't persecuting African? They dark.
Judges 3:2.
Judges 3 and 2.
Oh, hold on. You said
Yeah.
Nah, 14. 14. I think it's gonna be 14. Exodus. Yeah.
And that one. And that one. Dang, I wish somebody knew that. Well, I can't look it up on my choice.
You try. It's like Jeremiah 1. Jeremiah 1. Fight for you in times of trouble.
It's a scripture where the other nations was saying, it looked like the other nations was saying like when the children of Israel serve their Lord, serve their God, he fight for them. But when they don't serve him, he will if you don't mind, let me try. It's like 1 second. Yeah, so lucky, yeah. I was just trying to find that. It ain't came up. Let me know when if it comes up. Okay. Yeah, but this goes into Psalms 83 when it says, keep not thy silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Came up. Judges 3. And this might be it. Let's see. I think I might have found it. It says, Judas. Huh? Oh, found it. Oh, sign Christ. It's in the book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20. It's a lot to everybody. It's important. You know what I'm saying? The book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20 say,
Judah.
it's in that part before.
Oh.
Might wait till you get there. Page 46.
What chapter?
Verse 5. Chapter 5, verse 20. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read it for me.
Jude chapter 5, verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that we shall overcome them.
Right. It says, consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up and we shall overcome them. Meaning that the other nations know when we sin against the Lord let whatever calamity happen to us, happen to us. Whatever he see fit as a punishment unto the nation of Israel, he let it happen. If we go to war and we done sinned against the Lord before we go to war, he let us be overtaken. You know what I'm saying? He let it happen. They knew they couldn't mess with the children of Israel when we were serving the Most High, or we was doing what we were supposed to do, because the Lord said it. If you follow these commandments, that we will be above all nations. We will be on top. Can you read verse 21?
But if there be no
Iniquity.
iniquity in their nation
Mm-hmm.
now pass by, let their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
Right. So it's saying that when they serve their God, he fights for them. He be on their side. We can't do nothing against the children of Israel when they obeying their power. You know what I mean? And every nation that tried to come up against us when the Lord was on our side, we dealt with them. And they got destroyed. The world knows this about the children of Israel. Why you think that they come up with crafty counsel? Like in Psalms 83 said, they have consulted against thy hidden ones. You know what I'm saying? They have come together and said, they have said, come, let us cut them off of being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they had consulted together with one consent, meaning that they said, man, as long as we keep the children of Israel from serving the Lord, as long as we keep them blind, as long as we keep them asleep, we can rule over them. What you think is happening right now?
Both.
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 Mm-hmm. They got us eating swine, shrimp, and lobster. They got us celebrating pagan holidays and doing pagan rituals. You know what I'm saying? That means that we're not serving the Lord. So that's why they're ruling over us right now. The ISUPK under command. So like, yeah, the internet is messing up. They're trying to stop the message of the Lord coming through the airways. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying is that's why, the other nations have dealt so rudely with us, got us following all kinds of other things that we're not supposed to follow, so they can stay on top of us, so they can rule under us, so they can keep the Lord's chosen people in slavery. That's why you see what's going on in the world. That's what's going on with only the children of Israel, not with no other nation but us. So in Psalms 83, it's telling you that they consent together with one consent, meaning that they made a deal with each other that no matter what we do, we always gonna have we always gonna keep the children of Israel from serving their Lord. But guess what? They didn't count on. They didn't count on the ISUPK under command of General Yahawadah. You know what I mean? They didn't count on that. They didn't count on us coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see what's going on in the world today. That's what they did count on. So when they made that consent with each other and they made that deal that they was gonna when they consulted together with each other and said that they was gonna keep the children of Israel from serving the Lord, they didn't count on us turning back to our power. You know what I'm saying? I was reading Judith chapter 5 where they was saying where when we don't follow the Lord, that other nations can take over us, and the Lord, just kind of basically hand us over to whatever punishment, right? To whatever punishment he see fit. And that's what they try to do. They try to keep us from serving the Lord. That's what's going on right now with all kind of distraction. But when we do serve the Lord, he fight for us. You know what I'm saying? He's with us. He's on our side. So like that's what I was breaking down with that. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show that these other nations knows your records too. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that they don't know what goes on in Israel. Our weaknesses and our do's and our don'ts. You know what I'm saying? What they can do to overtake us and what they can't do when we follow the Most High. You know what I mean? You too?
Contact.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I trying to come out. You got that what's that Charleston White? Good Charleston White pop out on you, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's going on. So, the title of the class is Are the Black Communities Being Targeted? Yeah, we being targeted. Anybody, even Ray Charles can see that we being targeted because where are they deploying these troops at? You don't see them in Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them in Orlando. You don't see them in Windermere. In Chicago, you see them on the South Side in the hood. You don't see them over there in downtown where predominant rich white folks stay at. You know what I mean? And Trump tried to clean it up and saying like the way they were saying, he didn't say this, but they were saying like, oh, he's sending them to all the Democrat states. And like I said earlier, like who are mainly Democrats? On the political side. You said
Yes, a lot of us.
what? Right. Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are predominantly Democrats. So when they say, oh, he just sent them into the Democrats states, that's just the way of them saying that he just sent them into, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans states. Sent them in Tennessee, but he went and sent them to, is it Phoenix or is it Washington? He was supposed to send them there, but he ended up sending them somewhere else. I think it's on the West Coast. I think it's somewhere else. Oh, so like let me get limitations for an 18. Salakia, y'all, man. White man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's trying to shut us down from bringing out this information, but the Lord ain't gonna let that happen. So if anybody, the last scripture I was trying to get was Lamentations 4:18. Whoever got it. And anything you want to bring out, so you just blanking on me though. Playing on my end is getting going on. Okay. Anybody got that? Go ahead, you got it. You can read it or your context is fucking messing with you.
It is, but I can see it. I can read it. But,
Sure. All right.
the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 1.
4:18.
I mean, it's like it. 4 and 18. They hunt our steps.
Those National Guards hunting the steps of black Native Americans and Latinos. You know what I'm saying? They're in the cities that we roam, that we live in. They're in the ghettos and the barrios and the reservations. They're not on the good side of town. They only on one side of town. Now, if they was throughout the whole city, they'd be like, okay, they're trying to clean up the whole city. Even in DC, right down there by the White House, it's the hood's down that way. You know, even though the White House is right there, the hood is right there.
So
Go ahead.
the White House sitting in the hood.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Like, literally.
Right in the hood.
Right in the hood.
So it makes it seem like, okay, they're trying to protect something. But really, they're trying to maintain their dominance over blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They see that the police, they're only doing one job, and that's killing us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's their job right now. So what is the police for? So do they need to disfund the police department? They didn't need to fire all of them like they did all those sisters, all those black people for the federal government that they fired. So they need to do the same thing to them, to the police, as they did to our people. Over 200,000 people.
Wait, just add this point out that this is only a Mexican issue. And it was never going to affect the black community.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, you know what I mean? Like, it's coming to our doorstep as well too, because we all pressed together by one devil. You know what I'm saying? And for everybody who try to be neutral and thinking that we should stay out of it, this is not our fight.
Come, sir. And that's, you know what I'm saying, get off the thought shop of hand, you know what I'm saying? Because that is true. You know what I'm saying? The separation that they created between us made some of our people like, oh, that's just them. They just mess with the Mexican people. But now, look, they in black people neighborhood. That lets you know that the Hispanic people are black too. And when we say black, we mean the children of Israel. We're not saying like color wise, we're saying like nationality wise. Like, you know, even though black is not a nationality, but what we mean by that, you can tie that to the children of Israel. Because like Officer Thawashab said, the oppression is on both sides, Hispanic and black and Native American. You know what I'm saying? If it was just about the color, how come they're not in the African communities? They got Ethiopian communities in here in the United States, you know that. You know what I'm saying? You want to say something?
I was saying that's right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's to tell you right there who the children of Israel are. Like the curses, you know, through the things that we going through here in America. They don't mess to the East Indians, to, you know what I'm saying, to nobody else. It's only a selective.
That this should be a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Like that's the sign that show that the persecution against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is the sign to show you that you are the children of Israel. Like back in these last days when we didn't know that these curses fit black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when we tried to tie it together, that's what tied it together. The things that you're going through ties you back to your ancestors, ties you back to your nationality, your nation before the transatlantic slave trade, before your nationality, your culture, and your heritage was beaten out of you. You know what I'm saying? That's what ties you back there.
Slapping.
Go ahead.
What I was gonna say was it didn't start with them, but how he manipulated the Cubans into voting for him, and then instantly flipped it on them first.
Right? Yeah. Nah. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? And running back to you. Who are they running back to?
They like their fellow brothers.
Right. Hispanic community, like, yo, we all one. We need to stick together.
Yeah, the whole campaign, Latinos for Trump. You know?
Dancing, put a little bongos and thing going the same way our Latino cooning for the oppressor, the same way our people was cooning from them fake Christian pastors. We can't unalive like the white man can. He think all day of ways to come up with ways to.
Right.
Who think of a way to tie somebody to a tree and pour honey and let ants eat them? Who think of a way to tie a man's hands?
Somebody demonic.
Right. Who think of a way to tie a man's hands and his feet together and to two different horses and pull his body apart? Right. We wouldn't think of nothing like that.
And it's like, and it's usually in plain view, like they say, like if you look on the back of the Levi's pants, that's their logo.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with the Timberlands, that tree and the hanging and all that, that's right in plain view.
Right in plain view. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who skin a man alive and make shoes out of them? Pillows and lanterns. Who eats another man? Come on, man. You can't, like, that's why it says, like, the Lord said, vengeance is mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't go toe to toe with the oppressor. Even though we stronger than them, we smarter than them, we faster than them. The one thing they can agree on is to oppress you. They can put away their differences when it comes to the nation of Israel. Can we put away our differences between each other to come together?
Not at all.
So how we gonna go on? How we gonna go toe to toe with them? Know what I'm saying? How can we? When we can't even come together to help each other. It's gonna take the Lord.
Um,
You know what I'm saying? Is it more on that? Triple, come on. Go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets.
We can't even go in our own street. Can you open the door?
Shalom.
Hey, son, start. We can't even go. We can't even go in the hoods and the ghettos that they put us in. They put us on one side of town, the worst side of town, and told us to stay here. They try to what is it called, redlining? When they don't let you that's what it's called. Redline. They redline us so we can't even move into the good neighborhoods. They keep us right there, and then they over there more than we are policing our people. They don't even understand us to be policing us. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that we talk loud and we play our music loud and we like to barbecue and hang outside the house and be in our front yards and stuff. They don't do that in their neighborhoods. But they're over there trying to control the people that they have indignation and hatred for. What kind of remedy is that? That's a powder keg for destruction. Know what I mean? That's just a disaster waiting to happen. We need to be policing our own streets, but how can we do that if we're not serving the Lord? If we don't know the right way to tell our people how to be, how to stay out of certain things that don't belong to us and it's not for us. You think a drug dealer can police our streets? He gonna flood the damn streets with more dope. It'll take a man of the Lord. You think a pimp can be over the streets? He have every last one of our sisters out there on every corner. Just for his own greed, because he got the greed of the oppressor. He got the spirit that the oppressor put on us to have just like them. Know what I'm saying? Let me get the same book, but chapter 5 and 5. And anything you want to bring up, sir. Officer.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 5. Our necks are under persecution.
Our necks are under persecution. Now we just been says what they call it, the transatlantic slave trade. Even in 78, even when Christ was roaming the earth, we were being persecuted by the oppressor. What you think we needed to be saved from? They wasn't being persecuted, they was ruling over us. So how can these Christians say that Christ came to save everybody when everybody wasn't being persecuted? It's the same thing today. How can your Christian pastors preach that Christ is for everybody when everybody not being persecuted? Everybody not being oppressed. Got the National Guard in their neighborhoods. How is it the same? How can it be linked together? Like, oh, this is not separate. This is not persecution. This is just, we trying to clean up the crime. Well, where all the crime happening? Where all the crime they say happening? We ain't gonna say like, because we know they got a certain thing called white collar crimes. Blue collar, is it called white collar crime? Mm-hmm. Why do they call it that? Anybody know why they call it white collar crime? Because it's certain crimes that black people just don't do. White people do stuff like that. White people go on the internet and steal people information and take their money. White people go and pose as real estates and sell you some property that don't even belong to them. You know what I'm saying? With that child pornography and stuff like that. Even though you got some of our people get tied up in that, but it's white people do mass shootings. They do stuff that, you know, stealing from Wall Street and do all kind of backdoor stuff to make money. We not even allowed in. It's like, go ahead, sir.
No, I was just gonna say on what you're saying, like with the white collar crimes, right? They doing the same thing. So they got white collar and blue collar. And blue collar is like the working class people that go to work, go to like a warehouse. They go to you know, some type of like construction work. Then you got white collar people, they sit in the office in corporate America. So they stealing. So the blue collar crime would be to run up on you with a gun and take your money. The white collar crime would be to sit inside of a computer and to snatch your money out of your account by stealing using some type of technology or something like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
come.
they're committing the same crime, but they try to classify it differently because they're not doing it the way that a poor person would do it.
Come, sir. Yeah, and I knew it was two. I knew it was two of them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the distinction they try to because I said it's the distinction. Even when doing crime, they try to separate themselves from black people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the white man is a better criminal than the black man. You know what I mean? They got organized crime. They say we not organized enough to be in organized crime. So it's a difference. You know what I mean? Organized crime is they got a standard that they live by. How can you have morals in crime? like, you know what I'm saying? We don't kill kids and women, but we'll shoot them up in front of his family. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, if you stealing this amount of money, you got to give us 10% of this. You know what I'm saying? They try to make everything they do better than us and what we do. We manipulate what they do, but we get the harsher punishment. You know what I'm saying? Because this is for them. It was never meant for us. You know what I mean? That's why we get our punishment. Yeah, it goes against what they do, but our punishment comes from the Lord because we're not supposed to envy our oppressors. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to want to do what they do. You know what I mean? They big up they criminals and murderers, and they got Jeffrey Dahmer TV shows on Netflix. They got Billy the Kid TV shows. They got the Italian mafia shows, and they big these guys up. But they call Nat Turner, you know what I'm saying? What's the word I'm looking for? He was the worst man alive in slavery. How does that make any sense? Because he rebelled against his oppressor. Because he did the same thing to them what they was doing to his folks when he read that we are the children of Israel. Go ahead.
They showed hating, thinking that they was gonna get his power though.
Yeah, they ate it, man.
Yeah,
they ate the man.
Chopped him up in pieces first, damn boy.
You know what I mean? So that goes to show you that even in doing wrong, doing crime, they separate themselves from the children of Israel. Like that movie, what's that movie with Wesley Snipes in it? What is it? It ain't Sugar Hill. It's what it was calling him a kata when the African man was calling him a kata. You know that movie I'm talking about?
New Jack City?
No, not New Jack City. It's Blue. Is it Blue Hill Avenue? Or is it Sugar Hill? You know the movie I'm talking about, sir? You know the name of it?
You talking about his daddy was addict?
Come, sir.
Yeah, I thought that was Sugar Hill.
Is it Sugar Hill? I think it might be Sugar Hill. What?
Halle Berry played in that movie.
No, not Halle Berry. The other
played in. She was not Lawrence Fishburne, but what's the other black actor? He played the role of a crackhead, and that was Wesley Snipes' brother in the movie. And he came to the apartment threatening the parent about some money, want to get some money.
We get the point though.
Salaki. But anyways,
Yeah, it was Sugar.
it was Sugar Hill. Okay, in the movie Sugar Hill, they had African dope dealers, and Wesley Snipes them was trying to link up with them to do business, and they was like, "Well, we can't do business with no cotton picker." They kept calling him Akata, Akata, and he was like, "What the hell is this Akata best? What is that?" They mean cotton picker. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was calling them cotton pickers. Even in crime, they try to be above you, or they label themselves above the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Back to the scripture. Go ahead. Yeah, let me take you 5 and 5. You at where it says we labor.
We labor and have no rest.
We got no rest. We work more than anybody else in this nation, besides our is correct brothers. And we all the same, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They don't work as hard as we work, but they have more than we have. They get first, they in first in line in anything. Technology, housing, funds. Don't let them fool you and think that black people are on food stamps more than whites. They do. Even Brett Favre did food stamp fraud or whatever kind of fraud he did. They do fraud like that. You know what I mean? They don't let them tell you like, oh, black people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. They all depending on the government to take care of them. It's more white, it's more oppressors that's on this thing than we are. We labeling. We labor more than anybody, but we don't have nothing. We work 13, 12-hour days, and we still living in the hood. Some black folks got and Hispanic folks got a 750 credit and still can't move in a certain neighborhood. When your person might have a 550 and they in a gated community. And you wonder why, you know, black people and Hispanics and Native Americans expressing, you know what I'm saying, their feelings on social media because they fed up with it. They seeing it. The church can't no longer throw that wool over their eyes, over your eyes and say this and that, because you seeing that they got corruption in the church. Pastors are being arrested for trafficking kids, having this what it's called? Not the sweatshops, but you know what I'm talking about. Human laboring thing, whatever it's called. You got pastors that's stealing from people. Pastors that's impregnating their congregation, sleeping with other men's wives. That's just it's hard to deny that, you know what I'm saying. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are being targeted in numerous ways, and not just by the military. It's that crafty counsel that they had in Psalms 83 that's still going on. Why are they just still just so adamant about destroying the black man? You know what I mean? And this is the thing that you got to take and you got to sit back and look like, dang, how can we come up from up under this? Listen to the ISUPK. Listen to the men that's yelling and screaming on the corner, telling you to turn back to the Lord, that the commandments are you still got to follow the commandments to make it to the kingdom of heaven. To love thy brother as you love yourself. That's the only way you're going to come up on. That's the only way you're going to see the reality of what you're living in. Most of our people are living in a fantasy until it hit home. That's the only time it matters, when it hit your doorstep. That's the same thing that what happened with Emmett Till's mother, until it hit home. And after they hit home, she went and started fighting for, you know, black people and started knowing that racism, you know. So if you're just walking around with your head down and trying to stay up under that radar, it's gonna hit home. And that same support people was asking for you to be a part of, you're gonna want it when it happened to you. Like when you see somebody in the neighborhood get killed and they be talking about no snitching, or nobody don't want to tell until it be your family member that get unalived by somebody. You want help. You want somebody to come forward with information if they seen anything. But 3 weeks ago, you didn't want to give information or you didn't want to help that family out in any way you can. I ain't talking about snitching, like snitching on somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is there's no compassion in the hood. There's no compassion for one another. You got to have that from a people that's not used to it. You know what I'm saying? The people that have been raised up rough, brothers that had no love, don't know what brotherhood feels like or look like. We got to give that to each other. Because that's the only way that you're going to be able to understand what somebody's going through. You got empathy for that person, sympathy for that person. Let me get Zechariah 11:5. Like, and if any of y'all want to, you know, I got some heavy hitters in here. Y'all got some y'all want to bring out, please. Please, man, say something. Go ahead.
Is it a restroom?
You gotta go out and go to the left. It should be right there by the elevator.
Zechariah
11:5. Go ahead, you got it.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them?
Whose possessors slay them? Our oppressors, they possess the children of possessors of the children of Israel. Like they got the Lord's chosen people in captivity. You know what I mean? Just because you're not in a cotton field don't mean that we still not in slavery. Don't mean that you're free. Because you're not free to do whatever the hell you want to do here in this place. They tell you that. You got to have a passport to go and come. You got to do certain, you got to go to the government to go anywhere or get anything. You got to go to them for any and everything, for in hunger and in thirst and of all things, like Deuteronomy said. So you know, even though you live on that land and you pay taxes, you don't own it. Even though your name on it, they can take it from you whenever they want. You know what I mean? Keep reading. I mean, when they slay us, like for no reason they unaliving us. For no reason they telling you that our young men that'll be found lynched, they call it no foul play. I'm still trying to figure out how can somebody lynch themselves. I don't understand how that can happen. I don't understand how you do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure that out. Do you put the rope around your neck first, then tie your hands, then jump off? Like, how can you do that? Anybody finna do that. Nobody can't do that themselves. How they taking out body parts from people that are dead, and people going and seeing that that their loved ones are stuffed with cotton and stuff. Like their insides and their organs are being taken out of and sold.
That's that white collar crime.
All right. Con. That's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
Yeah, con, sir.
like a blue collar person, a working class person, what they gonna do with a damn working?
They gonna do it. They ain't trying to dig up a dead body. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they doing stuff like that. They doing stuff like that. In 2025, black men are still being lynched. And they saying no foul play. Keep reading.
Whose possesses slay them, and hold themselves not guilty.
And hold themselves not guilty. Hold themselves not guilty. When the cops unalive people, they unalive people on the job or on duty or in the midst of a call for no reason, just like they went in that sister's house and shot that sister for her boiling water.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't find themselves, they don't say, oh man, I should go to prison, man. I know that I wrongfully shot that sister. You know what I'm saying? They don't think they're guilty. They think they did a good job. Now it's a badge of honor for old oppressor to unallow a black or Hispanic. You know, that's like what they call getting a strike. You know what I'm saying? Now, sooner or later, you could start seeing them with tattoos up on their eyes. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna start, but it's gonna become a thing to, you know what I'm saying? You ain't somebody till you unalive the black person.
I don't know if you really done. It's like if I could.
Go ahead, sir.
You made me think about my really just said a video of his sister in Jacksonville with the cop. She was dead wrong, right? But she was doing something she didn't comply. So he go to hopping on and that threw her down on the ground. If it wouldn't have been for a brother that was there to come and get him off of her, because he would have just killed her right there in front of her door.
Mm.
And in the same black sheriff that said that old boy that got hit in his face when they busted the window out when he was up there in Jacksonville protesting.
Okay.
Same black sheriff that said that he was just doing the job said now we need a halo law where you can't get within 20-something feet of an officer arresting somebody or else you go to jail too. So dude literally saved the sister's life by intervening. And the sheriff is saying, nah, you can't get involved in matters that got anything to do with public safety, officer, paramedics, etc. You need to stay 25 feet up. Or you also what I took that as him saying is he should have just let him kill her, right?
Come.
That's crazy.
Come.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I just feel my step again.
And that's the thing. Like Jeremiah 14:2 said, the gates thereof language. The people that's put in office that's supposed to be protecting the people, where they at? He just saying that it's fair game. Brother that's supposed to be there. Black people's like, you know what, if we vote a brother in, we gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna stop all of that. And what he do? He tuck tail. He's up under the master thumbs. He eating the crumb off the master plate. You want to say something?
Because he is of his father, the devil.
Right.
He say,
That's right.
John 8:44, just like it say, he is of his father, the devil, and the lust of his father. In the lust of his father, he will do. You know what I'm saying? But whatever these folks tell him to do, in order for him to keep his position, his seat, his whatever crumbs they throwing at him. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happened to us, you know what I'm saying? He is going to do whatever. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna do whatever. And it's like you said, and I guarantee you, if something was to happen to his family, or if it was to hit home with him, you know what I'm saying, there'll probably be a whole other tone, because it's somebody else, because it's a random brother on the street, you know what I'm saying? He don't see it the same.
Right, right. And that's just that's true. Because he living above everybody else. Just like the Sadducees and Pharisees was back when in crisis time. They wanted to keep their seat, so they let things happen. They kept the people at bay. You know what I'm saying? Told them certain things just to keep, you know what I'm saying, keep keep stuff down. You know what I'm saying? But when Christ came, he was a what you call it? A revolutionary. Yeah, that's what Christ was. He stirred the pot. You know what I'm saying? He gave people back, a sense of identity. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's like Officer Kazak saying like that sheriff or what he is, sir? So like
He's sheriff.
he the sheriff that's supposed to be making sure that he protecting our people. He giving us up to the slaughter.
And that's what he just read. Is that what he just read?
Possess to slay them and find themselves not and hold themselves not guilty.
And they ain't do that wrong. That's exactly what he said both times.
So like they usually worse than the devil themselves. You know what I mean? They like on that times 10.
Right.
You know, and you would think, like bro said, just you would think that they were, okay, we got somebody in there that's gonna help see our side of how it is, but all along it's just totally the opposite.
And just like it's like go ahead.
He actually put his foot on that lady's neck, his knee on that lady, and slammed her to the ground. And the principal, I'm saying in my mind, why don't they just, I can't say how I felt about it because it's wrong, but ain't no other cops here. It's like until we start coming together against that, but I understand when you representing the ISUPK and stuff like that, you can't just be out there wild in any old kind of way because we're already under the microscope, but when he just like, can you get off of, like it wasn't no aggressive stuff, like, sling him around like he literally slung the lady into the ground and put his knee right on there.
Yeah. It'd be two people dead.
It was sad, bro.
If you would have intervened, it would have been two people dead.
No, she ain't done.
No, I'm saying like
eventually he snapped him back into he ain't aggressively get him off of her.
Right.
He intervened enough.
Come.
Make him think about it. What bro is saying is he wanted to pick him up and throw him off of her like
and then it happened right in front of the school.
Right.
With all the other children, and the little baby was like, why you blow my mom like that?
Yeah. And you see, like this is what happened like in that Israelite school when that man went in there and shot him, and the police is outside. They hearing that they supposed to be rushing in, going in to neutralize the threat. They outside. It took the parents. The parents was breaking through there and they're like, no, you can't go in there. Well, why you not in there? The parents rushed in there and went in there and got them kids up out of there. And they outside. They trained for this. They outside and hearing the gunshots. Every time a gunshot is being shot, a parent is thinking that's my child being unalived in there. What parent ain't finna rush in?
Right.
If it was at a white school, you think they would have been outside?
They would have been standing outside from the video.
You know what I'm saying? If it was one of these oppressive school, would you think they would have been outside listening to them kids being on the line? It's so many things that the Lord is revealing right now to make you understand that we are not equal to, we are not the same.
Right.
Everything that's happening to us is not happening to everybody. But your Christian pastor is pacifying you to make you think that this is the way the world works.
Like, that's the new slave master right there.
No. he been since slavery, and that's what, and like in Django say ain't nothing worse than a black slave. Cause and that's a true statement. Cause guess what? He got to show that he worse when a black person get into authority. He got to show you that he better than the white man. I'm gonna do it times 10. He ain't got nothing on me. when it comes to ruling over our people, like say like, and this for people that probably ain't never been there, but in 33rd, dog, in the jail, the black CEOs is worse than the white CEO. I've been there before. You ain't not just putting, but they come in there with a chip on their shoulder and just act totally out of character for no reason.
Like,
Go ahead, sir.
I remember the General Haas was saying when he was a police officer, they would call him in and question him. Like, you ain't making enough arrests. You ain't intervening and stuff. You was too nice. You didn't kill that brother that you could have killed because he was dead wrong and he running. Different stuff like that. It's almost like you program to hate your own people in that job. And if you don't do it, they're going to say you're not doing your job. You know what I'm saying? So, that's
Yeah, come, sir. Just like what you saying is ever too, because it's like you said, you programmed to not show compassion to your own. You know what I'm saying? If you get caught showing any kind of compassion to somebody that look just like you get replaced. You know what I'm saying? You get put on the sideline, and they're gonna bring somebody in that's gonna do their agenda. You know what I mean? And our people are so afraid of being replaced or being taken out of a position that they comply with it. Colin Kaepernick knew what was going to happen. He still stood. You know what I'm saying? He stood, and guess what? A few other brothers stood with him, but if the whole NFL did it, what kind of change it would have made? Like if all the brothers stood and said, you know what? Who they gonna go get? We're the best entertainers. We're the best athletes. We're the best everything. Nobody ain't finna pay to see a bunch of old pretzels running around on that field. They can't make catches like Beckham. They can't run and break and juke. They can't jump from the damn free throw line. Somebody ain't coming to see that. And that's like Commander and Junior Hunter said, like if black people understood the power that we got. If we understood that, and we understood that if anything that go wrong, if one of our brothers is being mistreated or being unjustly detained or anything, and we click together, what an impact it will have on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They would think twice. They would have to come up with other ways to try to destroy us. Could have known, like, okay, this is going to call a shitstorm if, they find out that, this is being done wrong. They know affirmative action is going to happen within the community. Even if it's one person and the whole community come together. We boycott a lot of stuff. Just like not Commander, but General Hyman said, you want to boycott Target, but you won't stand with your brothers.
right.
You know what I mean? You can't pick and choose which side you want to be on that benefits you best. Al Sharpton them. They ain't never around. Where they at? If it ain't benefiting them politically, they ain't putting their face on it. Let me get Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. It's like, I don't mean to run on, but
It's a lot of concern about it.
go ahead with it.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 20.
I mean, Salakia, my bad. Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah. And that just going to show you that they targeted certain people. Like that one video that you had showed, it was a while ago you had showed it, Officer Towshard. He was in one of the classes that we taught Tuesday. the face of that ICE agent that was Hispanic, the way he was looking. You know, you remember that joint? And his whole face was like, you could tell he was in a space like, damn, what if that was my folks? Like, it was a female? It was the female, right? Yeah, she was like, you could tell like she had two thoughts on her mind. Like, one for me, when I seen it, it was like, I don't want to do this, but I'm in the process of being evicted. My folks need, like, I'm in a bind, like, I gotta take this job. And the other thing was like, damn, these my people. Like, look at what I'm doing. Like, what if that was my family member? Like, the oppression puts you up against the wall to where you have to turn your back on your people.
It's a lot, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Good. That's just like what the scripture say, like, you can't serve two masters.
Right.
Right. God and man.
Come on, sir. You can't. Either you're gonna have a backbone and stand like, you know what? Help that eviction. I'll find somewhere else to stay. I'll find another job. You gotta have that kind of love for one another to be like, you know what, even though they offering me this amount of money, the harm and destruction I'm gonna cause a family that's just like mine, I can't do it. You gotta have integrity, like General Muhammad always saying. Like, if you got some kind of integrity, it'll make you make choices that a normal person wouldn't make. You know what I mean? Like, you making a decision not just for yourself, but for all people. Like, that sheriff that's supposed to be watching out for the whole Black community in Jacksonville, if he had some kind of integrity, he'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna get up in this office and I'm gonna change things as much as I can until they kick me out. That's the kind of mindset that he got. I know they're gonna kick me out once I start changing stuff and once I start doing things different. But if I can make some kind of difference while I'm here, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of person, them the type of people that need to be in office, or just turn it over to Commander Journey Hunter. Go ahead, sir. It's a lot.
So like, yeah, I was just gonna say, I remember he reminded me of the first Black sheriff that was in Jacksonville. And I remember this because I was in the streets. I was probably a teenager, like 17, 18 years old, something like that. And when he got elected, Black people celebrated. We got a Black sheriff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the police would stop beating us up, stop doing this. And the first thing he did, when he became sheriff, they kicked in all this stuff. He went to all the neighborhoods that all Black people know about. And they locked everybody up in those neighborhoods. Like they was the only ones doing crime in the city.
Right.
But he was familiar because he was from those neighborhoods. You get what I'm saying? And it was like he, instead of helping people, they target their people. And that's the crazy part about it. You saying it like they want to try to make a change. Black people believe that the same way they believe Obama was going to do it. Make a change in the neighborhood, or they make a change for Black people. And then when they get into offices, they ain't thinking about no Black people.
Right.
Jordan Davis. Y'all know about Jordan Davis? Jordan Davis was a Black man who got killed in Jacksonville playing his music too loud. White man shot him in the parking lot.
It was at the gas station?
Yeah, the gas station. Okay, this was a while back. His mama became an activist against stuff like that. Eventually, she got into office. Now she's a politician. She don't say nothing about white people no more. She don't even talk about it. She initially got into it because her son got shot by a white man. And then as she get into it, she find out how much money is in being a politician. And now her whole objective has nothing to do with Black people. That was crazy.
Them zeros are looking good on them checks. Like, it got to be money that they never thought they would make. And that's the thing. And who had a shirt like that? I think it was Captain Cesario. I thought it might have been you.
What?
He got a shirt that said Judas had a bag too.
Nah,
You
I wish I did.
know what I'm saying? Somebody had a shirt on that Judas had a bag too. And what he do to get that bag? You know what I'm saying? He betrayed, our king. He betrayed a man that showed love to him and showed him how to deal with his people and how to, correct and get our people back. He betrayed them for some money.
Hmm.
And he couldn't even spend the money. He tried to get it back. But what is done is done. You know what I'm saying? So for our people to get up in a position where they can help the people, and then your oppressor come to you and that conniving and sneaky way like a snake in the garden, like, we'll give you this amount of money if you just turn a blind eye to certain things. Our people cover both eyes. They don't see that.
Hmm.
They don't see that. Oh, I ain't. Somebody else got killed? Another black man? Where he live? Nothing? Oh, I don't know nothing about that. Oh, money. Oh, a position that you ain't really in power. You just a face. You know what I'm saying? They just need somebody to be in this position because it's they want to, you know what I'm saying, please the people that got real concerns. That's just it. And just like Officer Kazak said, people put their trust in Obama, and Obama, the reason why you got LGBTQ cartoons. They putting it all over. They forcing that alternative lifestyle on you. Obama. Bring change. He brought change. He damn sure did. He damn sure did, but not the change that y'all was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Now, what about the heterosexual men and other people? Like, you can't even voice your opinion. Now you're the victim. First, they was crime victim. Oh, we were being discriminated against and this and that. But now you're the victim. Go ahead.
I believe we were talking about this in the Tuesday class. It was like they was just the homosexual people before whatever happened with Obama. They was just talking about they want equality, they want the right to do this, want the right to what I'm saying. Like you said, they was the victims first. But now, if you don't want nothing to do with that, although it's your choice, they tell you you got the freedom this and freedom that. Although it's your choice to not want to be a part of this lifestyle, well, accept it, or don't want your kids to have nothing to do with it. They started, you know what I'm saying, you the bad guy, people get canceled for it, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no say so when it comes to that. It's like it can be in front of your face, you either accept it, or you know what I'm saying, or face consequences.
Yeah, you look like the aggressor. You look like the black. You look like the person that has the problem. They make you the problem for standing up for what you believe in or going against their agenda. You're the problem. Now they pointing the finger at you because you're what's wrong with society today. Just like that wide receiver for the Cowboys. They fined him, I think, like $40,000 or $50,000 because he didn't want to put the rainbow on his thing. He didn't want to wear.
That's Travis Hunter.
That was Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, Jacksonville. Oh, okay. I thought it was for the Cowboys. He didn't want to wear.
I was just looking that up. Yeah, if I could.
Go ahead, sir.
You
I like it.
It says Jacksonville Jaguars Travis Hunter had set off a firestorm after refusing to wear the LGBT armband ahead of the game of the team's next matchup, boldly rejecting what he called a woke agenda. Hunter did not mince words. Football is about the game, the grind, and the fans, not politics. Stop forcing this on us. His statement has ignited fierce debate across the league and beyond.
Look at that. Y'all, Officer Kazak just read it. The same thing we talking about. We got proof that it's happening. And guess what's gonna happen to him?
Oh,
Guess what? If one thing I know for sure, once you start going against the other side agenda, oh, they make quick work of you.
It's a lot of what good.
Go ahead, sir.
It ain't so much as he lashing out against them. He just refusing to be a part of their agenda. Think about it like that. He ain't saying nothing about them people. He can go out there and play football. They say, hey, put this LGBTQ thing on your arm, man. And he like, I ain't wearing that.
Right. I'm not wearing that. Ain't nothing in my clause in my contract say I gotta do this. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Because if they give you M's, if they give you that money, that's them telling you you gotta do it. Right.
Or you another Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah.
Or my son, I'm just here saying I won't get fined.
Right.
You don't want to talk to the people. No, you gotta talk to them.
I don't want to. You got to go talk to him. You like that nice house you living in? The nice car you drive? Just like it was said on Friday, what he say? You pay that money or back to the ghetto you go. You know what I'm saying? You got people depending on you. Done made it. Your family depend. That's what they use. You done made it. You taking care of multiple families that's in your family. If you go against this, what's gonna happen to them? Think about your mom, man. Think about this. You got a brother in jail, don't you? We can help get him out. They use that against you.
Hey, Salaki.
Go ahead, sir.
I don't know if you know this, but in the interview that Captain Tazariak did with Kanye West was saying that he was like, they just can't control me because I don't put myself in a position where I can go back and work at Target. I don't need to live that type of lifestyle. He said, but he's like, if it wasn't for me and Kyrie, brothers that's willing to lose it all, nobody would be saying nothing about what they doing. He was like, that they gonna take their car, they gonna take their white woman they gave them, they gonna take all of this other stuff that they gave them, they gonna take it all back if you don't play the game. And unless you're willing to say, forget it, I just live a mediocre lifestyle, I go in there and go back to where I came from, you're gonna definitely change, or you're gonna have to play the game as long as they'll let you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they are afraid of. They're gonna snatch all that stuff, all them gifts they gave you, they're gonna take them all back.
Come on. So, and what you're saying is in our records, it's in the scriptures. A gift destroys the heart. You know what I'm saying? They give you that to
sidetrack.
Yeah, to make you be like, but damn, I never had a Benz. You know what I'm saying? I never lived in a 2-story house. You know what I'm saying? We lived in the hood. If brothers that make it to them positions keep that same mentality, like I ain't got nothing, it'll be hard for them to manipulate them both. It'd be hard for them to push that in front of them and be like, yo, do this and you can have it. I ain't never had a Benz, so for what? For what? I'm driving a Tahoe, a Chevy. They can't, you got integrity, they can't manipulate you with materialistic things. You gotta have some kind of backbone. Let's get that script. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thy enemy, no matter what he tell you. That's what Trump told the black people. You got nothing to lose. Your schools are shot to hell. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. You might as well vote for me. I can make things better. That's what Obama told people. We're gonna make change. We're gonna make change. We're gonna change this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. They was that coon Jesse Jackson was crying at the inauguration. You would have thought Yahawadah was cracking the sky. Them people was crying. They like a prophecy was being performed right in their face. Where they at? What happened to Black Lives Matter? Our lives don't matter no more. Bunch of lesbians came up with that and stole money and the donations from people and bought them a $2 million house. Had the streets painted Black Lives Matter. They was marching. Where Black Lives Matter at now? Where they at? Where are any of those groups that was when what 4 years ago? 5 years ago? No matter how long ago, where they at now? It ain't like the crimes just stopped. So they can disperse and go back to doing whatever we're doing. Niggas are still being lynched. Women are still being choked. Black men are still being choked when they're arrested. Niggas they ain't even making it into court. Making it into court was like, oh man, you ain't even making you'll be good enough to make it to the jail. They ain't even bringing you to jail. They executing you right there on the spot. They holding court right there in the streets for the world to see. Guess that that's gonna do two things. One, it's gonna scare our people into submission, or two, it's gonna rouse them up so they can create martial law. One of the two things, either one is still following their agenda. They want martial law. Trust me, don't act like they don't. They want you to get fired up and get involved when the arrest being made and you go attack a police officer and kill them in the line of duty. Trump want that. That's why they doing all this stuff, so they can create martial law. They want you to get bucked and lose all sensibility and just be like, nah, we come together and we fight against them. We're gonna fight back. We're gonna shoot them, that shooter, and they come in our neighborhood, we're gonna shoot at them. Playing right into their road. We gotta fight them the other way. The Lord's way. Keep reading.
Come. For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, it don't look like it. When Trump got in the office, he was for the people. He was for the Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Even some of them oppressors that had Is Correct brothers working for him, they still voted for Trump. Even though he ran off of hatred, even though he ran off what's called immigration, deporting illegals. If I got a gang of illegal people working in my fields, why would I vote for somebody that's going to take money from me? Why would I vote for somebody that's going to possibly destroy my way of life or my living? I'm not voting for nobody that's going to hurt the people that works for me, that depending on me to pay them. Right when Trump got in the office and he started that illegal deportations, a lot of them ranch owners and them people that own farms and stuff had to go bankrupt. They filing for bankruptcy because guess what? Their workers are scared. They're not showing up to work. You mean to tell me, Preston gonna go out there and pick tomatoes and watermelons and all that for $15 a day? So like, go ahead.
You keep hitting those stuff. All this gonna have to come out today. I don't know if y'all know this. I just learned this probably the day before yesterday. So Florida is one of the most hit hard because they have a lot of farms. All the farms have been shut down because ICE been picked up all the people that work on the farm. So get ready for all the prices to go up on all the stuff because it ain't no food being grown because they done picked up all the people that were growing the food and they not telling them.
You see that? Right. I don't know about y'all, but I know how it's gonna work. They can build a house in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They cut their yard like nobody else. You know what I mean? They out in the fields from sun up to sundown, picking the fruits and stuff that we eat. We ain't gonna do it. We don't have enough of that field work. You know what I'm saying? Black people gonna die before they get forced back in that field.
We went to college trying to be white collar.
Right. Right. We ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Old President ain't gonna do it. I mean, he don't know how to pick nothing. He don't know how to do nothing because he got free labor. They taking the people that do the jobs that nobody want to do, including black people. And them people in Colorado and all the other ranches said, we gotta file for bankruptcy. They were saying up in what that was, Cleveland, Ohio, how they was trying to say, like, I'd leave the Haitian people alone, leave our Levite people alone, our Levite brothers. They come to work. They're not drug addicts. They show up on time. They work hard. I like them. Nah, scratch that. Trump don't like them. He hates Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He trying to get them up out of that. When the people that voted for you tell them to leave these people alone because they work better than white people. The white people that are drug addicts, they don't show up at work on time. They steal it. They doing all right. And what Trump said, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. When have you ever seen a Haitian person eat a cat or a dog? I done seen white people on TV shows eat other white people. You know what I'm saying? They make movies about them. They ain't made no movie about no Haitian person eating cats and dogs. They turned America back to hating Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans on lies that one man told. Trump spreaded that hatred. He just turned it back on. It's always been in him. The scripture said that for the crimes against our brother Jacob, they got indignation towards us. Like they will forever hate Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's in their blood. It's in their DNA. They can't get rid of it. Even if they try. What the scripture say, who can turn straight with the Lord made crooked? No matter how good you try to say that they are, it's always going to be that thing that they're going to have hatred towards a Black, Hispanic, and Native American. And Trump just fed it. He just fed it. He just let them know, like, it's okay to hate them. Guess what? Now he made it be known that he's like their king is for his people. He's for the people that hate us. You know what I'm saying? He applaud them, rough them up, bump their head against the car when you arrest them. Remember he said that?
Don't be so nice.
Yeah, don't be so nice. They took that and ran with it. They took that and said, like, no, we can do whatever we want because we got somebody that's backing us. You're not gonna go to jail no more for killing a Black man. You can do it. Yeah, try it. Free. Wait, what? Ah! Spend him for 10 days. He back on the force. Fire him from that force. He go to another city.
Do the same.
Do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So you ask me, are they targeting Black communities? Shit, yeah. It's in their agenda.
They just pick and choose and the bulls how they want.
It's whatever city they want to do next. However they feel. You know what I'm saying? They made Charlie Kirk, they white MLK. He got assassinated. The whole nation just came together. And what the governor of Phoenix said. Man, I was hoping it wasn't one of our people. Because guess what? All hell would have broke loose if it was a brother. If it was a brother, believe you me, them threats on them BCUs wouldn't have been just threats. You would have seen all-out warfare like you ain't seen yet in the streets of America if that assassin was a brother. But since it was a brother, what they gonna say? Trump still tried to blame it on us. Like, And he still tried to blame it on us. Even when they was crashing the planes, it was white pilots that was crashing them planes. And he still tried to blame black people. You're the scapegoat, like Commander General Hunt said. They made you that. They make you the reason why they do what they do to you. You're the fault. You're the reason why they do. Trump said Hispanic people are supposed to be in the fields because their backs were made for that labor.
He said that.
He said that. He said that about the Mexican brothers, like, oh, yeah, their backs, they never get tired. They don't want to get no industry. Their backs are made to work hard. Dumb man. Go ahead.
That reminds me of, I believe it was covering class one time, how they used to operate on the sisters, the so-called white daughters, whatever, they used to operate on the sisters. I think it was like some kind of gynecology thing. They used to like just experiment with them and use all kind of whatever they use. No medicine, no type of nothing. And, you know what I'm saying? And they thing was, you know what I'm saying, they could do that to our sisters because they was under the impression like we didn't feel no pain, like we have no, you know what I'm saying, no feelings, no nothing. We was just operating on like animals. Basically.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They've been doing that. They used to experiment on black people. Sisters, when they was back in the 1900s, they was experimenting on our sisters with all kind of things that they came with. We was like crash them, like test us. Even now today, our sisters have a higher rate of not surviving in labor when it was never like that. Because they know that when you have a white nurse or something like that, their main priority is not to save your life or the baby life. That ain't coming to their mind in the first thought. So like, I gotta make sure that I preserve life. That's the duty of a nurse. They gotta make sure that they stay the life by any means necessary. That's their first job, is to save a life. Go ahead, sir. Shalai.
It's like it's the exact opposite. Now, almost every black pregnancy, the first thing they say is, "This is a happy occasion. Would you like to discuss some options? I can give you some information," and that information is about that woman having an abortion.
Come on.
Would you like to discuss? Is this a happy time? Are you happy you're pregnant? And they know good and well most people coming from oppression and rough neighborhoods and poverty and all of that, they scared. So they catch them right then and say, "Oh yeah, I can give you some information and make it sound like I'm gonna help you.
Right.
I'm gonna help you kill this baby." That's what they do. And that's how we get to 350,000 plus abortions, that they come in and they got nice words to tell you, "We need to kill this baby quickly."
Hey, sir, what you hearing on? It's so heavy and so right on. That goes with the next scripture that I'm. What you said it. You said it in your words, but it's the same thing. We about to read verse 16, because what you're saying is true. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's how they coming at our people. And you know another thing too. Now they automatically damn near making sisters have C-sections. Like, it's been studies and showed that, because my real, she studied that if a woman had a C-section, she can have a natural birth after that. But they so slick with them words, and they tell you words that you don't really understand, so it make it feel like you got to have another C-section. Even women's first time being pregnant, they giving them sisters C-sections. You know, a doctor get paid more for a C-section. That's like $20,000, $30,000 a birth. They ain't caring about if the baby live or not. They thinking about buying another boat. They see our sisters on the table. That's another car, another down payment on a house, another boat, another kid that they send into college. Go ahead, read verse 16.
Come, verse 16. An enemy speaking sweetly with his lips.
Just like I was saying, we can help you. Are you happy about this birth? My body, my choice. All of that. Keep going.
Oh God. But in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit.
What's that pit? Now that this sister done gave her baby, now she's feeling depressed. You know what I'm saying? It ain't it. I seen a poster every time it's a bulletin board. It says abortion create two. Said abortion creates two losses. One loses his life, and another loses his sensibility or something like that. It was saying like the sisters that have abortions, you lose a part of you. Like that baby is connected to you. And to have it snatched out in some type of way, our sister is never the same after an abortion. Never the same. You know what I'm saying? Even people that give their child up for adoption, they never, sometimes they come back in life, they want that child back. It's not a light thing. Just like they was doing our sisters back in the Egypt time, where they was trying to have them midwives kill our babies. The Lord put it in the spirit that they didn't do it. So the Pharaoh had to step in and say, you know what? Do this. It's the same way. It's the same way. Keep reading.
Coming. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
We just like I was about to say. Them nurses act like they with you. Oh, it's okay. This and that. But they ain't even satisfied with the death of our children. That they orchestrated. They ain't even satisfied with that. They want everything to happen. Go ahead, say
Nah, I was just thinking, like, if they could, they'll show you a way to kill the daddy too.
Right. Right. They already done kicked them out of the house. They trying to sterilize. They trying to
Would you like to discuss some options to get rid of the daddy too?
right. What's it called when they clip a male the way he can't have kids?
For the cash play?
Not that part, but it's another word for it. If they could, they would do that. Order every black man, every Hispanic Native American to go get a vasectomy. That way we can't reproduce. You know what I'm saying? They found other ways to do it. How? Turning our men into the alternative lifestyle. Making it okay to be a homosexual black man, Hispanic man. And just like we've been saying in everything else, we exceed in everything we do. So if it's a black man that is a homosexual, he gonna be like what's his name? The nigga with the big not Big Frida, the other nigga, Saucy Santana. We go above and beyond in everything we do, right or wrong.
Same thing you were saying about the sheriff.
Come on, sir.
Every aspect we go above and beyond.
Right. That's another way to keep us from. That's another crafty counsel in songs. Like these are our records. This is our life, man. But your pastor would never read these to open your eyes to see what your error is and what you need to do to change from this. Only the men in the ISUPK is going to teach you these things. Right. To being in the truth. That's why we call it that. Because you live in a lie outside of this. You think you safe. You think you okay. And you just going along. You in the way. You should say something. Oh, okay. You just in the way. You know what I mean? You ain't helping. You ain't doing nothing. You need to come into this truth and learn how you can save your people. Because guess what? It ain't just your family members that's going through this. It's everybody else's family members also. It's us as a nation. Once we start to understand that we're a nation of people, once you start caring about your nation, when you learn who your nation is and where you come from, then you'll start caring about our well-being of everybody, not just your household. But until you do that, until you wake up and come up out of these lies that the Christian church is putting on you, you're going to follow the pattern that they got set for you, which is destruction. That's it on that. Anybody got anything? Everybody to wild. With that, I'm going to end the class with that. You know what I'm saying? The water for everybody coming through. The water for everybody online. Officer Kazak, you know what I'm saying? Officer Thawashad, Trooper Kamar, Young Man Clark, everybody else that's online, you know what I'm saying? Yahawadah Shimon Shabarakathum to the brothers. Yahawadah Shemar Thaba Shimon Shak to the sisters. Shalom, Israel.
You, like, who is Clark?
Clark. I call you Clark all the time, man.